Hi guys, my name is Jayla. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If not, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna do a summer TBR. I sound a little sick because I have been dealing with allergies like so bad. So there's that. But today, we're gonna do a summer TBR. I'm so excited. Like, I've been trying to read more for the summer, and I actually have started one of these books. But basically, I'm just gonna give y'all my 10 books that I picked to read for the summer. Today is June 15th, and I actually already recorded this video back at the beginning of June, but some clips got deleted, and like, it was just over. So I was like, whatever, we'll just make it again. So I'm just gonna give you 10 books that I want to read over the summer, starting today, June 15th, all the way until I think summer ends. School will go back to school August 1st, so July 31st, basically. So however, okay, Alexa, how many days from today until July 31st?
There are 46 days until July 31.
Okay, so we have 46 days to read these 10 books. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. I keep getting interrupted, so we have to keep starting over. But we're gonna get straight into business. So I'm just gonna put the picture like of the book here, and then I'm gonna do my predicted rating right here. I did take screenshots like of the books in the synopsis or the summary, so that way I can already have it. So I am looking at my phone and reading, just to let y'all know. All right, so book number 1 is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. All right, here we go. I never anticipated Charlie Florrick. Good things happen at the lake. That's what Alice's grandmother says, and it's true. Alice spent just one summer there at a cottage with Nan when she was 17. It's where she took that photo. The one of the 3 grinning teenagers in a yellow speedboat, the image that changed her life. Now Alice lives behind the lens as a photographer. She's most comfortable on the sidelines, letting other people shine. I lost my spot. Let me zoom in like an old person. Letting other people shine. Lately, though, she's been itching for something more. And when Nan falls and breaks her hip, Alice comes up with a plan for them both. Another summer in that magical place, Berry's Bay. But as soon as they settle, their peace is disrupted by the roar of a familiar yellow boat and the man driving it. Charlie Florrick was 19 when Alice took his photo from afar. Now he's all grown up. A shameless flirt who manages to make Nan laugh and Alice long to be 17 again. When life was simpler, when taking pictures was just as fun. Sun-slanted days and warm nights out on the lake with Charlie are a balm for Alice's soul. But when she looks up and sees his piercing green gaze directly on her, she begins to worry for her heart. Because Alice sees people, that's what she is so good at what she does. But she's never met someone who looks and sees her right back. I don't know, like that would like put a smile on my face. So we're gonna rate this like 5 out of 5 stars. Like I think it's gonna be 5 out of 5 stars. Like I feel like this just gives like by the pool summer read, like by the beach summer read. Like I don't know, like that one gave me like ooh, like that's gonna be good. All right, book number 2, Book Lovers by Emery Henry. Nora Stephen's life is books. She reads them all, and she is not the type of a hero. Let me 1 second. Okay, so Nora Stephen's life is books. She reads them all, and she is not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat library agent, and her beloved little sister Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for the month of August when Libby begs her for her sister's getaway trip. When visions of small town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced need to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet cute if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero, but as they're thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories that they've written about themselves. I don't know how I feel about it. Like the first part had me, but then the end, I don't know. We're gonna rate this like predicted rating like a 3.5. out of 5. We'll see. This will probably be like the last book of my TBR. I don't know, because I don't want to end the summer like, I want to end the summer with a bang. Alright, next is The Fiance by Joanna Kemper. She's on the run with nowhere to go. He's the grumpy innkeeper who offers her a roof and maybe a way to stay. Gail lives by, I gotta make these bigger. Right, there we go. Gail lives by a simple creed: work hard, plan for the worst, and pray for the best. Her life has been a relentless pursuit of stability until one devastating event turns her into a fugitive, forced to flee the island she calls home. Gail leaves the life she built and the family she loves. Crescent Bay is supposed to be a temporary stop, but when she arrives in the sleepy coastal town, a desperate favor leads her to Jariah Emerson, a brooding innkeeper with a struggling bed and breakfast and no patience for strangers. Their deal is simple. She'll help him revive the inn, and he'll give her a job and a place to stay. Between the town's quirky charm, the freedom from her past, and the quiet intensity of a man she's living with, Gail starts to imagine a new kind of future when her haunting reality presents a hopeless dilemma. Unable to return home with only 3 months to stay in the country, her only solution is a marriage of convenience to the one man who sees through her walls and makes her feel truly alive. This is like, it says perfect for lovers, a grumpy and sunshine marriage of convenience, slow burn chemistry, and emotional black romance on heart. Like, I have like, this one is my predictor rating for this one's gonna be a 5 out of 5. Like, this gives like laid up in the bed on a rainy day like today, and like background music, you're reading this book. Like, I'm excited for this one. Alright, next, this is also the book that I have started reading, so I'm still gonna give out my predictor rating, kind of what I rated so far, but yeah. Alright, I Love Like the Sun by Rhys, right? Yes, Rhys M. Nelson. Alright, Nelson. We love a queen that can't read. Alright, lifelong best friends spend a fateful summer discovering what might happen if they were to be something more in this radiant, heart-clenching adult debut. Lanaya Thompson is a homebody who craves privacy. Isaac Jordan is internet famous and spends his days followed by paparazzi. She runs a small business with her mom in her hometown. He runs an international brand, and they've been best friends since childhood. When Isaac comes home to Providence for the first time in months and discovers Lanaya dream is slipping out of reach as she and her mom struggle to pay the bills at Wildly Green, the natural hair store, she refuses to take a dime from him, and so he does what any self-respecting best friend would do: tells the world they're dating. Suddenly business is booming, and Lanaya agrees to his ridiculous plan to pretend to be lovers for the course of the summer, just long enough to catch the eye of Ambassador and get her dream back on track, like she helped him do so many years ago. He reminds her. Too soon, though. Lanaya knows she's playing with fire, because for as long as they've been friends, there's an undeniable pull they've never given into. As the lines blur between art and life, real and pretend blur, it becomes harder and harder to see where friendship ends and something else begins. There's more, hold on. Told over the course of 3 sizzling summer months, A Love Like the Sun is about shared history, those who make us our bravest selves, and love in its many forms. Like, this one still gives me like outside by the beach, like I don't know, I'm so excited to read this one. So far, I have started this. Okay, my predictor rating is a 5 out of 5. So far, it's been like a 4 out of 5. Like, it's a little slow, but I've been like listening to the audiobook while I crochet. And I just excited to finish it. Like, as soon as I'm done with this video and I post it, I'm going to sit 5 minutes to crochet to listen to this audiobook. Alright, book number, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Book number 5. We have 10 books. So book number 5, Sugar by Bernice L. McFadden. A young prostitute comes to Bigelow, Arkansas to start over. Far from her haunted past, Sugar moves next door to Pearl, who is still grieving for the daughter who was murdered 15 years before over sweet potato pie. An unlikely friendship begins transforming both women's lives and the life of an entire town. Sugar brings a southern African-American town vividly to life, with its flowering magnolia trees, lingering scents of jasmine and honeysuckle, and the white picket fences that keep strangers out but ignorance and superstition in. To read this novel is to take a journey through loss and suffering to a place of forgiveness, understanding, and grace. I don't know, this book, my predictor rating is going to be 5 out of 5. Like, this is giving me, like, southern, like, deep south, like, just, like, spending time with, like, a great aunt, or, like, a grandma, like, a family friend. Like, that's what it gives me. That's pretty, it's going to be a 5 out of 5. Next is Though I Stumble by Kim Cash Tate. Stephanie Lon, wait. Yeah. Okay. Though I Stumble by Stephanie Though I Stumble by Kim Cash Tate. Stephanie London thought she'd heard from God when she moved to Hope Springs, North Carolina, but a tragedy in that small town left her soul desolate. Now her husband's inattentiveness has pushed her over the edge. Bereft of hope, she travels home to St. Louis as a women's ministry conference kicks off. Though less than exhausted to attend, enthused. Just cut the video. Let's just start this over. Stephanie London thought she heard from God when she moved to Hope Springs, North Carolina, but a tragedy in that small town left her soul desolate. Now her husband's inattentiveness has pushed her over the edge. Bereft of hope, she travels home to St. Louis as a women's ministry conference kicks off. Though less than enthused to attend, new friendships offer strength and light. But what happens when the weekend ends and real life begins again? Trevor Langston grieves through the loss of her husband of 22 years now that 2 years later her heart is breaking again as her oldest daughter travails come to light. Traveling from D.C. to St. Louis for a women's conference seemed the last thing she should do given the circumstances, but in St. Louis, her path crosses with someone new and her world turns upside down. Will it only lead to more heartbreak? Jillian Mason. Can't wait to attend the Living Word Women's Conference. She's done their Bible studies for years and expects God to show up in an amazing way, but the weekend delivers something unexpected, a discovery about her husband. As the state of her marriage hangs in the balance, Jillian is suddenly exhausted about returning home. So that's 4 girls. Faith Langston has always been a girl after God's heart. She loves Living Word studies and registered early for the conference, but at the end of her college sophomore year, she finds herself in circumstances she's never imagined. With a heart that has strayed from God, she makes it to St. Louis nonetheless with her boyfriend in tow, but how will she find her way back to God? 4 women in different seasons of life converge at a women's conference with a theme that charges them to run in hot pursuit for Christ. But how do they run when challenges seem insurmountable and they can help one another navigate the difficult terrain? I rate this. I feel like I rate all these books 5 out of 5. I feel like this was gonna be a 5 out of 5. I definitely feel like it's gonna be like a wake up call for me. Like, this is all going on in this book. Get your life right with God, girl. Like, open the Bible, girl. So I think this one's gonna be a 5 out of 5 too. Right, next we're on book 6, I think 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 3 more. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Eva Mercy is a single mom and best-selling erotica writer. Shane Hall is a reclusive award-winning novelist. When the two meet at a literary event, sparks fly, raising not only their buried traumas, but the eyebrows of Black literati. What no one knows is that when they were teenagers, Eva and Shane spent one crazy week madly in love. They can pretend they never met, but they can't deny their chemistry or the fact that they've been secretly writing to each other in their books through the years. I'm excited. I heard, so my prediction rating for this book is gonna be a 5 out of 5. I heard really good things about this book, so I really think it's gonna be a 5 out of 5. Like, I feel like it's gonna live up to its like title, like to the hype on TikTok. All right, number 8. Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer. Now, I heard good things about this, so my prediction rating, but I don't even reading that, it's like a 5 out of 5. Like, come on now, like the cover, this screams like a good book for the summer. Alright, Justin has a curse, and thanks to a Reddit thread, it's now all over the internet. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DM with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date each other and break up. Their curses will cancel each other's out, and they'll both go on to find the love of their life. It's a bonkers idea, and it just might work. Emma hadn't planned that her next assignment as a traveling nurse would be in Minnesota, but she and her best friend agree that dating Justin is just too good of an opportunity to pass up, especially when they get to rent an adorable cottage on a private island on Lake Minnetonka. It's supposed to be a quick fling just for the summer, but when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings for each other. What if this time fate has actually brought the perfect pair together? That one gives like, okay, if it's, I don't know, that one gives like romance, but also gets like a little bit of drama. Ooh, like, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be good. Alright, book number 9. 1 Week in Paradise by Anis Steer. When disgraced influencer Bailey Clark is invited to go on an all-expense paid trip to a couples-only resort in Jamaica, she's ecstatic. It's the perfect opportunity to rebuild her brand. The only problem is she's not currently in a relationship. Enter the effortlessly handsome Cash Reed, her brother Dane's best friend. He's never seemed to like Bailey, but when Dane jokingly suggests Cash accompany her to Jamaica and get a free holiday, Bailey is shocked when Cash agrees. It's only 1 week in paradise, and their agreement is simple enough. Cash will be her fake boyfriend, all in the name of content. But Bailey has secrets, and the closer they get to one another, the closer Cash gets to unraveling her shameful past. As the lines blur between their fake dating agreement and their real feelings, will Bailey let Cash into her life, or will she let her past destroy her future? I feel like I rated every single book like a 5 out of 5, but this gives like 5 out of 5. Like it just screams like summer romance. Like that's just like right out. Like anything like some like rainbows and sunshine, like the summer, and a good book. Like that's just right up my alley. Like I feel like this is gonna be a 5 out of 5. Last book, The Full Picture by Jessica Carmichael. Whew, that's a lot to read. Reunited with her family and partying in Accra until sunrise. Part of the plan, catching feelings for 2 different type of boys? Definitely not. When first-year university student Robin Carter travels to Ghana for a winter break, it's the first time she's been back since her mother's passing 10 years prior. The trip is a perfect escape from her father's academic expectations and an opportunity to finally learn more about her mother, the one subject he refuses to discuss. The last person Robin expects to meet is Osei Mensah, her grandmother's beloved neighbor and budding photographer. The young creative is a big dreamer who wears his heart on his sleeve and is everything pragmatic Robin shouldn't want, especially when Osei's childhood friend Kelvin Williams is a charming pre-med student also visiting from her hometown and her exact type on paper. As Robin uncovers the truth about her late mother's past, logic and emotion begin to clash, and she can't help but wonder if following her heart instead of her father's carefully laid out plan might be a shot worth taking after all. Perfect for the fans of Balu Babaloa and Jenny Han. Okay, this one gives like 5 out of 5. Like I don't know how I feel about like her like Kid 2 Boys and whatnot, but like that's kind of like life. Like every girl has been there at one point in time in their life. But I gave it 5 out of 5 stars again. So that's all the books. Hopefully I get them all read in these 46 days. Technically, this counts as a day, so I need to be reading today. But or kind of like I can't stop smelling. Kind of like they just give me like in like the perfect summer mood. Like if it was not raining outside, I would go outside and read, but it's raining. But I'm so excited. I will update you guys once I'm done, or as I read them. Maybe I'll post like a little YouTube short or something. But that's it. Bye guys. Thank you for watching my video. Bye. Have a blessed day.